Hello everybody, this is Nathan here again with a now Path to Exile playthrough. So there's the new update drop for this game, which added in like 6 more acts and basically turned and past the original game story playthrough from having to redo it twice more just to get to endgame to actually having its own story now, so that's all been pretty cool. So I've been playing some of that and I just want to play more Path to Exile, so I figured why not do a thing. So we're going to do something that I've been meaning to do yet never really got to do other than in most games like this, other than in Diablo 3, which is doing a hardcore run. That being said, if I do a hardcore run, this is more of a survival run. How far can we get through in hardcore? Because this game is pretty punishing if you're not set up properly, and I'm not that good at the game. I haven't even beaten the main setup yet. I didn't get through all 3 difficulties in the older version. I only did the first difficulty and halfway through the second. And now I've been working on the update since then, so we'll see how we'll go at any rate. So we'll get to pick our character here. I was planning on going with my buddy the Templar.
Sinew and soul to serve God and the Order of the Templar.
Oh,
For years you built a life upon faith, only to smite it asunder with one sinful blow. And is that not the greatest folly of all? To lose faith when it's all you have left? You were once the chosen of God, a Templar. You are now the chosen of Rayclast, an Exile.
So that's who we are. Exile Templar named Bob. Oh, I can't put spaces in. What do we want to call this old Templar buddy? Bob the... Well, friend. That name should be free. Cannot be restored. Yep. So I like the whole Templar playstyle. I like the red and blue setups the most usually. In a lot of different games. Magic the Gathering is absolutely one of them. Yeah, we'll skip the tutorials. I've done all this before at least. Alright, so here we are. The game's had a few visual updates since then, especially the map. I think it looks a lot nicer now. So let's grab our little stave here. And chat to this poor guy.
You and I, we're the only ones that made it to shore. Alive, anyway. Looks like you found something you can defend yourself with. Good. This place is crawling with criminals. There's smoke rising just east of here. Could be worth checking.
And zombies! Alright, let's put him down.
Even
and
death gives no solace in this tortured land.
yeah, get used to those zombies, they'll be everywhere. But that zombie dropped us our first little gem, which gives us our first ability. Which is 5 mana and we have 52. I don't think I'll use that as a straight auto attack just yet, but hey, it's nice. I guess I'll keep you there for now. So this game is very much like the old Diablo 2 games and any other action RPGs with a lot of loot grinding, if anyone doesn't know about this game. It's free to play, and it's a really nice free to play game. Honestly, I think it's worth quite a bit of money. It's really good. A lot of fun. There's a lot of ways you can be creative with it for builds and stuff like that. As to why? Well, when it comes to leveling up your character, you get little points you can put into a tree. The tree is this thing. Now this tree is actually a bit easier to figure out as you play than it originally looks, because it looks pretty intimidating. Though to anyone who's played Final Fantasy X, this may look a little familiar. Same kind of idea. Anyway, let's keep moving on here. Grab our first piece of armor. I'll take some of that. Got nothing right now. Feeling a little exposed. Hey, come back here. Alright, you got little sand-spitting crabs on the beach. I've missed all of them. Right. Grab some more greaves. So the basic story of this game so far is that we are an exile who is basically being shipped off the mainland for various crimes that ruined everything. In this case, we're playing a Templar who used to be part of the religious order, who I'm pretty sure is pretty big back in the mainland. Actually, they're really big back in the mainland from what the newest bits of content for this game have shown us. And yeah, so the fact that he got thrown out is pretty, probably pretty big. And for whatever reason there, so all the people that they don't want to deal with, they didn't just straight execute, they ship off to this basically untamed land of hell and high water called Rayclast, which is where we've been dumped. I don't remember if the ship they were on got sank or whether they just threw them overboard and said figure it out, but either way, here we are, covered in a land of zombies. And we also found a hat. And right here we've managed to grab a elemental proliferary support gem, so we can use that to buff our ones that use abilities, which it will in this case because this thing uses freeze and chill, and this will add a buff. This will add a buff to the ailments addition. And because they're in a linked gem support little area, that means that they will work together. So it's all very kind of what's going on at the start, but the more you play, the more you kind of figure it out and go, oh man, this is awesome, I can make this, this, and this. Come back in. That being said, I don't have any plans other than I want to like hit stuff with magic, maybe. So we'll see how the character goes from there. I'll just kind of use stuff as I find it and build around it. So right now our only ability is this one little ice hammer. Which, nothing against hammers, but I'm more of a sword person, so I probably won't be keeping that. We'll see what else we can do. Excuse me here. Get some mana back. I have absolutely zero regeneration right now. Oh, we got a little side passage. What's going on over here? So anyway, we don't really have an objective at this point. It's kind of find life. Find anything that isn't trying to kill us, like that. This is our first serious enemy of the game. Thankfully, there isn't much to it, because this is also the first serious enemy of the game. We have literally nothing.
My god has no need for my company just yet.
However, he dropped some stuff. We can definitely use some stuff right now. Shield would be good. Alright, let's identify this. Life gen versus armor. I will take the life generation, thank you. We need to sort this look. That inventory management, everyone's favorite thing. We got some gauntlets. What's the scepter like? 6 to 9, 6 to 9. No links, so we don't really care about it. Nothing else around here. We did level up though. So now we need to decide what we want to do. We start off here at the Templar side of the tree. It does show where all the other classes can start around and in the middle. So we can get life and regeneration, mana and elemental damage. What do we want to go for first? We can get spell damage, melee damage, attack speed, armor, health per second. Alright. I've given it a little thought about, and I'm going to start over here. I'm going to work our way from that. So we'll apply that point. No, one moment. So we're going to apply this one point here. And the reason why is I was looking at what we want to at least start focusing on, because right now I know what I know we want to do is we want to focus on swords. There is a sword thing down here by the blade, so that buffs sword damage and whatever else, and we can easily grab a few points running in from there. We want to focus on health because we don't want to die, so over here especially. And we've got some nice armor and mana regen and shields bonuses which we'll be getting along here, so I'll probably be running down this path. More health, and then we also want to focus on spells with melee damage because we're going to be very close quarters. So we have this little passive up here, and we'll be building along here and grab some of these stuff. There's more healing, more elemental stuff. It all kind of pans out. We should be able to make a pretty decent frontliner. So with that decided, let's move into the Lion's Eye Watch. There's one little guy down there who was watching the entire time. I just realized. Never seen him before. Alright, welcome to the first hub. Plenty of people here, all with plenty to talk about. I won't go through all the dialogue because we'll be here forever, so we'll go through the basic stuff.
I know you. The Blasphemer. That's what my father called you. God saw fit to drown my father and everyone else I ever loved. I wonder what fate he has in store for you. I'm Nessa, and I suppose I should thank you for ridding us of Hillock, that putrid giant you felled out there. You know, back in Oriath, I was taught that God loved me. He has a funny way of showing his love, doesn't he, Templar? Lion Eye's watch isn't much, but it's ours. We could use you here, while you live. But should you wish to venture out, do just one thing for me. Out on the coast, amongst the wrecks, there must be a ship's medicine chest. I have many to care for, and there's only so much I can do with herbs and seawater.
Alright, so that's our first quest there. We, as Nessa has nicely explained to us, we were a blasphemer who got booted out of the main city. And, it seems we did come from a shipwreck, which seems to have washed up a few people here, which is what this place is about now. What about Vestil?
A tyrannical Templar, to be tested and tempered in the straits of Rayclast. That's the first line of the poem I'm writing about you, Exile. Easy, mate. You could damn a bloke with a number on that. The name's Vestil, captain of the good ship Merry Go. Alas, my Merry Go is gone. My crew is out. But my wits remain. Oh, there's an island, a hop, skip and a wade offshore of the terraces. That's where my Merry Go ran aground. Watched the locals spit roast the ship's doctor, but his medicine chest might still be there, amongst the splinters and bones. It'd have everything Nessa might need. Dr. Shaky Hands Opton was lousy with a scalpel and even worse with a sword, but he knew his apothecary. Explains the shaky hands, if you ask me.
Alright, so now we've just been told where to go find a medicine chest so we can hand over. So that's a nice little quest we'll be getting to in a moment. First, let's talk to the man in charge.
Fine work with Hillock. Where'd you learn to fight like that? No, forget I asked. We Exiles have no history. Dominus took it from us when he had his blackguards dump us in the water out there. Here, got something for you. Should help you kill a few more of those undead bastards. Don't bother thanking me. The way I figure it, the longer we fighters live, the longer everyone lives.
Alrighty. And because we beat that big guy outside, they're gonna give us our first little item. Now what do we want? We got a real ranged one here I'm thinking of. Frostbolt. Molten Strike, which I think hits and makes little fire explosions, but we have an ice glacial hammer here. But if we replace it with a sword, we can't use glacial hammer anymore. We can still use this. This one just fires a projectile, which, you know, it's not bad. Does this do burning? Over time? No. Oh. It might, actually. If not, you know what, this will be a temporary measure anyway, so we're going to take Molten Strike.
Farewell.
In the hopes that we will find a sword soon, or we should be able to buy one. Now let's sell some junk that we're not going to use. So one unique thing with this game is it doesn't use money. It uses a trading system where you use scrolls of identification and other various items you'll find along the way to buy and to sell things. So for example, if I go to Tarkin over here, Tarkin, how the hell you pronounce that? And let's look for something nice we want to buy. Alright, how about that sword here? So if we want to buy this two-handed sword, it costs 1 scroll of wisdom. Scrolls of wisdom we use to identify weapons as well, so everything does have an innate value that you want to look out for. That's how the way the game works, at any rate. So we can grab. We may as well hold off for now. It's probably a waste of time to buy something. I will keep this Molten Strike just locked in for now. Probably won't be using it much yet. Probably won't use it much yet, but we will be.
What in God's name is that smell?
Yes, it's a beach full of corpses. They tend to do that. But yeah, it will get XP from anything we do because it's currently locked in with our gear. So when we all these gems will level up as we do, basically. Probably use it too. Actually, it's got some AoE effects. We can use some of that. The ice one's got a nice little ice effect. That's probably to do with the gem helping it. However, our defensive measures right now are very limited. By limited, I mean we don't have any. This fire burn, stop that. Remove him, get away here. Now if I remember one thing, it's that those little fire areas they left on the ground, those hurts. I'm gonna be careful about that. Out of the way here. Apparently alternating between two very different types of attacks. Stop that. Actually, the AoE here is actually quite nice. So, suddenly not regretting picking that at all. Man, all these gems are leveling up now. Oh, that was just shoreline. I shouldn't have bothered looking that way. Let's keep moving onwards. Alrighty, we have all the, this island currently is playing host to a horde of cannibals, at least on the shoreline. But not much of this place is really that nice to begin with, so being a complete new probably doesn't change much. I don't know why you'd resort to cannibalism here, though. You can kill some of these crabs, I reckon they'd have plenty of food on them. It's not like they're in short supply. Alright, well, let's go check out what's on top of this cliff, see what else we can find. Hope we don't accidentally cock it because I wasn't paying attention. Hey, a ring. Probably grab one of those if that does anything. The way potions work in this game is a little different. They seem to get charges based off you killing other people. So the more enemies you kill, the more potion you can get back, which means you can be a bit more liberal with them when you're slaughtering your way through. Which is pretty nice. Which is something I'll probably need to be a little more careful with, is making sure I use potions, because I know one of my biggest causes of death whenever I was playing my other guys is that I would be going, you know what, I don't need to heal this, I'll be fine. And then, like, take slightly more burst than I was expecting to fall over. Oh, wait here. Oh, another fire thrower. Get rid of him. Ooh, that shank looks pretty nice. We need to consult some... What? Go away, crab. We can consult some inventory anyway. 6 to 10, 6 to 9. We might hold into the scepter for now then. It's only a dagger after all. Take a free ring. Orb transmutation's nice, but we don't really care yet. It seems a bit of a waste to use it on anything here. I might take that one though, just for the slot difference, because we use a lot of red and blue. We'll grab another level. Keep building on here. Could use the survivability. We'll pass all these burning pyres the cannibals have been setting up around here. Where are we going? I want to go north. Well, northeast. Alright, more skellies and crabs. I love the skelly crabs. I mean, my only thought as to why no one's eating these crabs is that they probably taste absolutely terrible, and that's why no one's bothered. Not everything can taste good, I guess. Oh, ooh, we got some blues here. Or are they just... Okay, they just visually look blue. Gotcha. Gee, what the heck's that? We're into something different around here. Wait a minute. You! Alright, come back here. Oh, the coward! What is with your name, sir? Immune to damage. I guess I just killed them? Can I kill them? This is new. This is new and dangerous.
Spent.
Go away here. It's taking damage from something. Maybe it's survives off how many. Maybe it like takes damage based off how many of its minions you kill. I'll take that. Oh. Alright, so if we can kill a few more of these. Yep, there he goes. Ooh, binding shard can become an orb of binding. All the shards. Okay, so yeah, we're getting all the little bits and pieces you can pick up to form some of the better orb items. The orb items and stuff like that are usually quite good for trying to put your gear together in the right spots in game when slots and stuff are gonna matter a lot more. Yeah, I almost one shot that guy. Assuming I don't miss. Alright, come Templar Bob the Friend. Is there only a horde of them? Keep out. Oh boy. Just keep drinking them potions. Drinking them potions. We almost died right there and then. The Fire Lady is no joke. She was putting us down. Fire Fury. Gotcha. Alright, there we go. Well. That was a ghost that went out of her. This is why you don't eat other people before bed, kids. Alright, I think we're getting close to the point where there's probably not much reason to just continually picking up basic equipment. Unless we're planning to use it. Like that, plan to use that. There we go. Nope. Missed. Got ya. Stop running away, skeleton. Stop walking slowly in another direction. Hell corpse, man. This is such a happy place. Cannibals are sitting on the shoreline eating anything they meet. That guy's turning green. Didn't even finish their food properly. This will chug some more of that mana potion. And then it's like, this is probably the leftovers that just kind of got up again because they went, why? Why would you do this to us? The zombies are probably the bodies too rotten to be eaten by the cannibals, so they just kind of left them there and they got up of their own accord. And that one looks a little more relevant to me than that, so we're going to snag that. Another impaled corpse. Fine food left for the cannibals, I guess. And we have found our first waypoints. These are basically our progression markers, our checkpoints forward. So we can take this back to the Lion's Arch, which we're going to do right now. Lion's Eye watch. This isn't Guild Wars. Shut up. And we're gonna sell some stuff because my inventory is getting full. Alright, we'll take that.
Take care.
We will swap this out for here. Actually, we don't care about crit chance, do we? Let's just snag that. That shield's just straight up better than this one. So we'll sell those. Goodyear. What does she sell? 26 maximum life. That ain't bad. 26 regen. I kind of want to buy these, but then there's also that idea of it's probably better just to find my own. Whoa. Woo. Oh boy. Elemental hit. Adds a random element. That sounds fun. Oh, why is it green? I don't do green on this guy. The enemy explodes. If enemy dies after being hit, they will explode. Oh, I kind of really want to use that because that one looks hilarious. But I'm not really going to have the dex to keep it up, I don't think. We'll ignore that for now. We will put our Glacial Hammer Gem there, and we are going to support it with the Elemental Proliferation and Ruthless Support. And then we can swap that out to whatever the hell else we're trashing into. We'll transition into later.
We are blessed.
Alright, dump everything else in the bank. I like to keep my stuff kind of organized to a point, maybe, not really. But, I mean, I can figure it out. If I can figure it out, anyone can figure it out. Good, inventory's been sorted, let's head back. Now this waypoint should take us straight to the island that the old captain of the ship that sank and we were all on it was talking about. He was saying to go find his ship, so we'll get on that. Oh yeah, you can see down here the hammer that we were supporting with two different gems. There's two little symbols next to it, well, two little letters. That means that, yeah, it's running off the those things now. So we can then do that to people. 12 energy shield, I think mine's pretty much better or the same. Let's go applying Templar justice to things. Drink more mana potions, because I'm burning through my mana like no one's business. That's looking like it.
My mana is spent.
Goodbye here. Alright, now we get to the point where we gimp ourselves for no reason, because I just want to play it this way. So Glacial Hammer, suddenly irrelevant. And I will swap that out, because I won't be using the other one at all. And that is totally pointless. Let's grab that there. You can be nothing. Sure, move only. I'm actually okay with that. Alright, let's cook us some crabs. This whole horde of crabs and cannibals. It's like they live together. And I just used up all my mana. Silly me. Goodbye here. Hey, armor scrap. We can always use those. At least once we get some armor worth scrapping. Alright, we will apply this level. What is this? Mana regen or armor? And we should probably grab that. I think that was going to be more relevant. You can't regen over insta-give, but you can defend against it. Yep, I mean the Molten Strike's getting the job done. Once we get some mana regen from finishing off that setup, should be good. Till then, we have plenty of potions. In fact, I'll start drinking my healing potion just in case, because there's some big guys around here. Finish him off. Remove these two. Sure. I guess. That one's a crit more than anything. Our one's more connected, which... Actually, is it? No, it's not. 4 to 10, 5 to 13.
I'll need to be lighter on my feet to use this.
Dex, that's why. Fair enough. And I'm just going to swap this out here. This is what basically going to be our auto attack for now. We'll just hit things with this. Now, I haven't really decided if we want to go into an element with this guy or not. I would kind of like to use that triple element one because I thought that was really funny, but I just don't think this will be the guy to do it. Let's grab that. Ooh. More cannibals. And we just got something really good here, which is a mana flask. So we can definitely, it's a bigger one than what we were using. Or, yeah, 2.6 seconds, so it doesn't give us much mana, but it gives it to us quicker. I think we'll swap it like that. And we will check this thing out. 22, fight the shield. Lighting gem. You know what, that actually seems not too bad for us at least. Oh, whoa! Hey, boss! What are you doing here? This is unexpected, but at least it's not too much of a worry right now. These. Medium life, I'm okay with that. Alright, we got the medicine chest we're knowing about. There is a ship there, so I guess that's the one that the good captain was telling us about. 6 energy shield, 9 armor. Doesn't matter too much to us here, does it? Jeez, mission chest is big. We'll definitely take that. And we have our little bit of lore.
Khan has removed the eternal stain from this coast. The Empire's citizens decorate our meeting houses with their heads. Our warriors build homes for our families. Our families till the earth, fish the waters, fill the air with song. The Kardwi way is yet a seedling here, but it grows, gains in pride and power every day. Kalm has kept his promise. The time of the Kardwi has come.
Alright, I think that's a little carving for the natives who live here, talking about the guys who The Empire, who this guy was a part of before they dumped him here for being a blasphemer. So it's kind of the whole civilized group sails across the land, fires some natives who aren't quite technologically advanced as them, and it's like, hey man, this is ours now. I'm not sure if that's specifically how it went down, but they're using this place as a dumping ground, so I obviously don't think much of it. Grab a few more orbs. I think we're about done with this island though. We're just coming back the other way in case there's any sweet loots and XP we can snag from all these guys. Every zombie removed is a zombie that's not eating my face. Yeah, there are worse things that happen. I feel like I should definitely look into a long-range option at some point. You know, just a little bit. Range is helpful. And while we are running primary melee, there's points where you'll need to run away and shoot things. Alright, let's run back over and we're going to hand back that medical cabinet. And hopefully get something cool for it. The old man with a plan is back.
I'd almost stopped believing in miracles. This medicine chest, it's greater than the serums and salves it holds. It tells us that we can do more in Rayclass than merely suffer. I've not much to offer in return, but please, take something and thanks for what you've done.
Whoa, whoops. Hold on, give me that reward, please. Oh, what's this there? More movement, more mana, more I'll take the health, thank you. But hey,
God hasn't abandoned us.
We have become the mercy happiness things for these people, so that's good. Anyway, I'll hold on to these because the little thing you can do with this game is that if you find 3 flasks of the same type, you can sell them for a better one. So you can basically just get a strict upgrade.
So, you managed to salvage Shaky Hand's druggery. Nicely done. Nessa will put it to good use. More than that benumbed quack Optin ever did.
Benumbed quack. The best kind of name.
Got a job for you, if you're willing. There's a pool near the mudflats needs investigating. You'll smell it before you see it. Stinks like a carcass in high summer. But that's not the worst of it. Dead birds walking. Animals don't rise up again the same as people do here. So if they aren't raising themselves, what's doing it for them? The answer's in that fetid pool. Clear the place out and kill whatever's raising those rowers. We've got enough living dead to contend with already.
Alright, so more necromancers are doing necromancy things. We'll be dealing with them.
Yes?
But first, I know I kept saying I probably shouldn't. But I really want to. How much dex do we have? 14. 2 more dex and we can do that.
Hello.
So what I might do is... Wait, I can't buy that. I sell that. Buy that. It'll come in useful later. What was Arcane Surgery? Gain Arcane Surgery, spend 17 mana. Ooh, more spell damage, better cast speed, more mana regen. I've still got Scrolls of Identification, let's do it. I'll take some free stat buffs.
God hasn't abandoned us.
So I'll probably keep on that Molten Strike when I can use this as an AoE thing. And I will hold on to this particular one. This particular gem is just my way of messing things up. Alright, we've sorted all that stuff out, we've grabbed some items. And our next job will be to head over and deal with the undead incursion over in the Feated Pool area. But we'll be doing that next time. So until then, thanks for joining in.